What's going on, Soul Family? Welcome to Mirady Tarot. I'm Mirady here today with your new moon in Pisces Tarot and Astrology reading for February the 23rd of 2020. To all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. To all of my old subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. And to all of my new viewers, if you like this video, please subscribe for new moon, full moon, monthly tarot readings and accompanying meditations. All right, so I'm gonna get straight into it with this Pisces new moon coming up. So the new moons are all about what we're bringing into our lives and how we're creating, how we're going to expand. And with the Pisces new moon coming in, this is all about bringing in that which is not seen. This is delving into the mysterious. This is delving into the parts of ourselves that are not usually recognized. This is not building from what is already here, but visualizing, creating, using the imagination, using your dreams to create the reality that you want. So really at this time is a great time for you to start bringing in the possibilities of where you want to go, the possibilities of who you want to become, the possibilities of how you want to be of service to this world, because that is what it is. We have to tap into the unseen energies. And in our current paradigm, we're taught, that everything is physical. If it's not physical, it's not real, but it's the other way around. If it is, it's the other way around in ways. Like we have to, what is not here is what we use. What is not here is what we're bringing in. And so everything at some point started off as, as an idea, as a thought, as something like that. And then the physical form is honestly the last form of that. So it starts in so many levels and so many other realms before we actually get it down here to this earth plane. Okay, and so the Pisces season, this is about paying attention to, we're bringing in our intuition, we're bringing in all of these different aspects of ourselves that are the creative parts. This is the feminine energy, this is the soft energy, this is the energy of receiving. We're bringing in the energy of collecting. So we're building our energy and bringing in these ideas and really sitting back and allowing things to gestate. So with the Aries season coming up, with Aries is the next new moon, and that's going to be the time for full force, full go. So we need to make sure that we're saving our energy and building and planning within ourselves right now. We need to make sure that we're building that connection with spirit and keeping that divine spark lit. Because when Aries season comes along here with the new moon, this is going to be go time. This is going to be no time to waste, no time to wait. This is going to be full force fire energy. This is that creativity exploding. And this is all the energy that you've built finally being released into the world, finally being released into the right places to be able to create whatever it is that you are trying to bring here onto this earth plane. We do still have quite a few planets in Capricorn right now. We still have Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn is just about to move out of Capricorn, but it's still hanging out there. And then we also have Mars, who is currently in Capricorn as well. So with all these planets being here, this is still the time to put our passions and our aggressions and our expansion into our work, into what we're bringing into the physical reality, into our careers, into our success. And this, with Pluto being there, we are still in the process of breaking down the old paradigm of the 9 to 5, the old paradigm of working for somebody else and building and making money for someone else. And the focus of money is even changing as well. Right now, we're moving into a space where we are working for ourselves. There are a lot of soulpreneurs out here. There are a lot of people who are living in their purpose, and that's what we're doing. We are moving from work for one person and make them rich to let's be of service to each other. How can I be of service? How can I live in my purpose? How can I create a world where I am giving and that is the reward? And I mean, it still comes with financial abundance as well, of course. But the thing is that we've been programmed and taught that we have to do all this grinding and this working to be able to build, but we're taking a long way around if we take that route. Sometimes it's time to grind and sometimes it's time to sit still. This Pisces new moon brings us the energy to allow, the energy to receive, the feminine, the receptive. And so once we start to put our purpose out there and we really start to put that energy, because we have to think about the fact that money is only a type of energy, especially in our current world. We rarely have dollars and things anymore. We have debit cards, and that is just a representation of the energy that we have. That is representation. So when you put your energy out there and you're doing this from the heart, and you're doing this from the soul, expect to be rewarded for that. Expect to be given energy back, because that's just the natural flow of things. I don't know if rewarded is the right word, but it's just that as you put your energy out, you receive energy as well, And so while we're doing that, that is how we're going to really create this world that we want to live in, especially with with all the planets in Capricorn and such. And so with Mars, that is where our passions and our aggression should be going. With Jupiter, that is our expansion. Our responsibility is to each other and to ourselves and to the service that we need to put into this world, with Saturn being in Capricorn. And then with Pluto, again, we're breaking down the paradigms. Now we also have Venus currently in Aries. Okay, so Venus is in Aries currently, and with Venus being in Aries, this is us stepping into this newness in the way that we love. We are stepping into a world where we haven't quite seen how to move in this new world yet, because we've done so much clearing. So when Venus was hanging out in Pisces, we were kind of revisiting situations, kind of stepping back into these old emotions so that we could clear these things out, so we could clear out these old patterns of how we date, these old patterns that we've been taught as children, these old patterns that we learned through dating other people before we realized we were worthy, before we realized that we deserved to have true and real connection. So that was what Venus was all about in Pisces. But now we're at a place now where we're not dating what we think we deserve. We're dating what we actually deserve. We're finally meeting people where we connect on a soul level. And there can be people that you've met, like, you could have met somebody, like, and had a couple hour conversation with them and feel more connected to them than people that you've known for years. So this is what this new world looks like. This is what this new energy is bringing, is that instant connection. Because before we were connecting on like small elements like time, things that aren't of this new world that we're moving into. Like, so we were connecting on small elements like time, or small elements like the physical aspects. But now when you meet a soul connection, it goes so much deeper. It is an instant connection, and it does not take time to foster that. Okay, so we're moving into stepping away from our old habits and moving into things. If you're meeting people that you're falling in love with, this is finding a way to love that you never had before. And for a lot of us, this is manifesting as finding a love for yourself that you've never had before, finding that all the love that you've been seeking is coming from you, is coming from within you. And so we're building this wholeness within ourselves with Venus and Aries, and it is the beginning of a beautiful, beautiful season, a beautiful trip around the sun when it comes to Venus being in Aries. Okay, so Mercury is still hanging out in Pisces, and with Mercury hanging out is also in retrograde right now. So there's also going to be a lot of old kind of hashing out. So Pisces, this is a double whammy, because retrograde forces us to look at the internal world, and then Pisces forces us to look at our karmic debt, to look at the things that we have put into this world, the ripples that we've created. So we're getting a double whammy on this one, but it will only be difficult if you are not doing the work and if you are not in a place of trying to understand what this energy means. Now, I know a lot of us look at this Mercury retrograde in certain aspects as negative or as bad things, but they aren't really bad things. We just have to know how to operate within them and how to use those energies accordingly. These energies are here for the path of our growth, and our growth can't always be in this place of feeling great and amazing and good. We have to keep the balance. That is what this whole universe is about, is keeping the balance. And so to do so, we have to go through dark nights of the soul and then come to parts where we're rising again like the sun. And then we step back into those dark parts and we reobserve, and when you think about that too, everything is cyclic as well. So we're constantly in cycles, we're constantly going through these things, and we're gaining knowledge on a soul level with that as well. So just power through. Mercury is here to help us. Mercury is here to show us and face us with what part of the internal needs to be worked with, what part of ourselves needs to be worked with, as we are always seeking and looking at the outside and trying to figure out how we can change others. Right now is the time where we need to figure out how to step into ourselves and what we can do to create a world internally that reflects the world that we have outside of us. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the tarot portion of this reading for y'all. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with the tarot portion of this reading. I'm working a few decks of cards here today. We've got the Native Heart Oracle here that we're working with, the African American Tarot, and then we've also got the Shaman Burke, with which I'm going to read with today. So we're going to look at what energies, the foundation of the energies, what energies are around us, and how we can bring those things into our lives, how we can use them for our benefit. Okay, so, whoops. Alrighty. So the foundation of the energy is the Justice card. Two of Swords, all right. Queen of Pentacles. and the Hermit. So again, this is a big time for introspection and using logic. This is a time to really check ourselves out, really stop ignoring the things that are trying to come up for us. And with Mercury in retrograde and with Mercury also in Pisces, this is going to be a big time for, and then also with the moon in Pisces, it's going to be a big time for recognizing and focusing on the things that are coming up for us. It's going to be a big time for us to be dealing with old issues and things that are coming up. This is a time to be with yourself and to use all of the aspects of yourself in balance. This means using your logic, using your intuition, using your own inner voice as your compass, using the thought and the mind, using your creative energy, building these things. This is really a time to be building energy, y'all. So this is the foundation of things, is really sitting back and taking that time to yourself and making sure that you're not in the company of people who aren't supportive and people who aren't encouraging and people who are causing you to doubt and question your own journey, your own purpose, and your own intuition. So right now, that is the foundation of things. We need to make sure that we're paying attention to the things that are coming up, make sure that we're not ignoring anything and allowing these things to flow. It is how we grow. And yes, it is difficult at times, but it is how we grow. All right, so this energy here is the energy that is present around us. And so this is, okay, so we see the Eight of Wands reversed, and we see the Four of Pentacles as well, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So here we see not allowing ourselves to take chances, and expand just now at this moment. There are lots of opportunities coming up for us, but we are in a place, again, with the Four of Pentacles coming up. This is a time to release. This is the time to let go of the things that we're holding tightly to into this physical reality. We have to think more about what we're bringing in from the outside. We have to search for higher meaning when this comes to the world of materialism. We have to look for things that are really guiding us to whatever the higher meaning is. And there's plenty of opportunities out here for us right now, but now is not the time to act. Now is not the time to go full force ahead and try to force things to happen. And again, because our timing is not divine timing. And even if things aren't working out in the way that we expect them to right now at this moment, we need to let go of the physical and allow ourselves to be open and receptive to the gifts that the universe has to bring to us. They're there, but it's just not time for them to grow. If you plant the wrong seed in the wrong season, it's not going to grow. So just look to nature, take that into your consideration and think about that. So just really right now is the time to, again, open up and allow. And then we have finally the Page of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. All right, so this here is the Page of Cups, Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and Two of Cups. So this is finally when the emotions get to flow, tapping into those emotions, really observing yourself, like observing the things that bring you sorrow, observing the things that have created a part of your life that you are choosing to ignore. So there's a lot of urge to ignore during this time, the things that are coming up, the feelings that are coming up, because there's a little bit of fear that's laced with what's going on here in with all the planetary movements and such. There's a little bit of fear because some of the things that are coming up are pretty deep-seated. Some of us have learned to look at strength as like not experiencing emotions. Some of us have learned to look at ourselves as like, looking the fear of vulnerability as well. And also looking at the fear of connection too. So with the Queen of Swords, she's a very sorrowful woman, but no one knows. She puts on a strong face all the time. She puts on a solid face all the time for the public, but this is not a time for that. This is a time to feel these things and experience them, as this is the only way that you are truly going to grow, connect with yourself, and then be able to connect with others. With the Page of Cups there, this is the opportunity to step into your intuition. This is the time to really connect to yourself, to open up these new channels to your intuition. If you think you've seen anything when it comes to your intuition, you haven't seen anything yet until you move into really starting to be receptive and open to it. So it's going to get stronger, and it's going to continue to do so as you move along, and you're going to learn to trust this, and it's going to always guide you into the place that you need to be. With the Three of Pentacles here, we see that you finally start to come into a place of acceptance and finally start to reach some final steps here as far as being able to move out of like this stillness, this stuckness. So congratulations on that. So that is what we have here for the tarot portion of this. And I'm going to pull one of our native healing cards as well to give us a little bit of insight into what's going on here. The Seven Sisters is our card today. And so the Seven Sisters. Seven Sisters is also the seventh card. So let's go to that. Alrighty. Seven Sisters. Preparation and rebalance, open-ended potential, rise above the past. This mandala of the Seven Sisters is calling your attention so that your higher intelligence may be guided toward the Pleiadian Council of Seven, who are wishing to communicate with you and remind you of your home amongst the stars. They have the following message for you. We, the Council of Seven, have been present in Earth's frequency field for some time, assisting your planet and all of its beings on their journey back to love. We are ready and willing to enable you further and ask that you open your mind's eye and your heart to our connection. We have graciously agreed to be in service at the center of your planet's evolution as you embark on these heart-opening times of change. Each one of your chakras in your body is opening, recalibrating, and vibrating at a higher frequency. Earth's chakras are experiencing the same, and we wish to advise you that it is truly a magnificent time. We, the Council of Seven, govern the seven chakras to further assist your planet's inner and outer evolution. Be reminded that you are safe to feel and experience this connection within your human form as you are ready to upgrade each of your chakras for the next stage of your evolution. As you do so, you will become more accustomed to your light body and will lead a life full of inspiration. This card guides you into opening to greater possibilities. In the first instance, you will feel this in your connection with the stars. Gaze up and capture the beauty of the night sky to see how you feel. As a master healer, the Seven Sisters mandala will guide you to pay closer attention to your energy levels where you may feel out of balance or simply need an energetic alignment. The following meditation will assist you in integrating new energy and healing any ailments that have presented. All right, soul fam, so there you have it. We are moving up in vibration. We are dealing with some things from the past. We are dealing with bringing in this energy of the unseen, delving into the mystery of who we are, delving into the mystery of life, really creating from that which isn't here and tapping into the feminine aspect. We're learning to trust our intuition. We are deepening our intuition and expanding in so many ways. We are vibrating up. We are breaking down old paradigms. We are figuring out our own self-love and figuring out what love we deserve. There's so many things that are happening right here with this new moon. So I'm going to go ahead and post a new moon meditation for y'all within a couple of days to go ahead and help us to facilitate this energy and to use this energy in the proper way. But thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.